1 week to go for Battleground Bihar to blast off, and today was easily, like I said, the most ill-tempered, angry, furious day so far on the campaign trail, with all the big guns firing on all cylinders. Rahul Gandhi's dance for votes attack has triggered a ferocious counter-strike from Modi, who employed tried and tested weaponry against Rahul and Tejasvi, painting them as the scions of corrupt dynasties. Rahul has raised temperatures even further, accusing the Prime Minister of turning the sacred Chhath festival into political theatre, while Modi has said the dynasties cannot stomach a humble OBC chaiwala holding any power. It's a familiar dynamic. Take a look.
ये आपका बेटा तो छठी मैया का जय जयकार दुनिया में कराने में लगा है। दूसरी तरफ ये कांग्रेस और ये आरजेडी के लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? छठी मैया का अपमान कर रहे हैं। क्या कोई कभी चुनाव में वोट पाने के लिए छठी मैया का अपमान कर सकता है क्या?
अभी छठ पूजा के समय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने निर्णय लिया कि वो जाके यमुना में स्नान करेंगे। आपने देखा फोटो देखी? एक तरफ हिंदुस्तान की सच्चाई, बिहार की सच्चाई, यमुना पोल्यूशन से भरी हुई, गंद से भरी हुई, और दूसरी तरफ नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने साफ पानी का छोटा सा तालाब बनाया।
एक भारत के सबसे भ्रष्ट परिवार का युवराज, दूसरा बिहार के सबसे भ्रष्ट परिवार का युवराज, ये दोनों ही हजारों करोड़ के घोटाले में जमानत पर हैं।
बिहार के अस्पतालों में लोग जीने नहीं जाते हैं, मरने जाते हैं। ये है आपकी सरकार की सच्चाई। और दूसरी तरफ नरेंद्र मोदी खड़े हैं, जिनके हाथ में नीतीश जी का रिमोट कंट्रोल है।
And amidst all of this, Lalu's family, the first family of Bihar, has also responded with fire to their leader being called a dancer and attacked Hema Malini and Kangana Ranaut of the BJP with the same ugly cuss words like nachaniya and things like that. The exchanges, like you've just heard, are fully personal. The tone is venomous. Issues have been kept aside, and Bihar's election battlefield is turned into a total firefight. Tonight, I unpack that anger, the politics and the stakes, as the fight for Bihar goes completely nuclear.
आजकल केतारी लाल को यहाँ भेज दिया, अपने लोग के पास तो सब उम्मीदवार हार गया। सीएम गुप्ता जी पहले हरा दिए थे सबको, तो कोई उम्मीदवार नहीं बचा। अब नाचने वाले को ही भेज दिया आपके यहाँ। तो आप सोचिए, ये बहन हमारी छोटी कुमारी को वोट दीजिएगा तो बिहार में सुशासन होगा।
तो नचनिया तो बोलवे ना करेंगे, काहे कि उनके पास कौन कौन है भाई? मनोज वाजपेयी नाम है ना, मनोज तिवारी, रवि किशन, और कौन है, निरहुआ, पवन सिंह, हेमा मालिनी, कंगना रनौत हैं। ये सब तो नचनिया ही लोग ना है। और नचनिया जब बोलते हैं उन्हीं के पार्टी में, वही नहीं नचनिया जो इन लोग लेके घूम रहे हैं एनडीए वाले भीड़ इकट्ठा करने के लिए, तो मतलब वो नचनिया लोग को शर्म नहीं आ रहा है।
So what you've seen from this carefully collected set of sound bites that we've curated for you, and believe me, it's been difficult because so many things have been said today, is that it's a free-for-all. Everyone's getting personal. All bets are off. Everyone is going to where it actually hurts each person, and everyone is saying exactly what they want to. 1 week to go for the Bihar election. Today was easily the most ill-tempered day. Joining me live, Sanjeev Srivastava, senior journalist and analyst on all things politics. He's looking very closely at what's going on in Bihar. Welcome, Mr. Srivastava. Manish Pariyar is spokesperson of the BJP and Ravi Shankar Ravi is spokesperson of the RJD. Manish Pariyar, I'd like to start with you because the BJP, amidst all this crossfire, all the allegations, all the insults that have been flying between your parties, your party has gone to the Election Commission complaining about Rahul Gandhi today. That is quite odd. That is quite unusual. Why have you gone to the Election Commission? ये तो चलता रहता है सर election में.
Good evening to you and to my co-panelists and all the viewers. देखिए, हमारा इलेक्शन कमीशन में जाने का जो मेन तात्पर्य था वो बिहार की जनता का जो अपमान हुआ है और जो छठी मैया का अपमान हुआ है, दैट इज समथिंग विच इज वेरी वेरी, मतलब बिहार की जनता को बहुत ठेस पहुंचा है. एंड दिस इज समथिंग विच इज इट हैज बिकम अ हैबिट ऑफ मिस राहुल गांधी जी टू इंसल्ट पीपल ऑफ बिहार. ही हैज डन दैट मेनी टाइम्स and he has had personal attacks on the prime minister most of the time, and I don't know why he does that. Every time he does that, the people of this country rebuffs him and gives a very fitting reply. But then शिव जी, आप ही देखिए किस तरह की भाषा वो यूज कर रहे थे. वो कह रहे थे कि वो प्राइम मिनिस्टर वहां जाता है ट्रंप के संदर्भ में. आप देखिए किस तरह की भाषा यूज कर रहे थे. ट्रंप उसको ऐसे कहता है. क्या भारत के प्रधानमंत्री के लिए इस तरह का शब्द आप इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं? आप लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन है. वी एक्सपेक्ट सम ग्रेविटास फ्रॉम लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट द प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ दिस कंट्री. एंड द आयरनी इज दैट he was trying to defend the post of prime minister by saying how Trump is speaking, and he himself was speaking in that kind of a language, and that is something which is unacceptable to us and to the people of Bihar. And that is why we have gone to the election commission rightly to complain against him, that please refrain him from making such kind of statements and derogatory statements against Hindus. It has become a habit for him to really denigrate.
Okay, so insult to the Prime Minister, insult to Hindus, insult to Chhath Puja. These are the many layers of what is being alleged by the BJP, which says it is aggrieved by what Rahul Gandhi has done. Also what the RJD has said. Ravi Shankar Ravi, do you want to respond to the BJP? Because the Congress has refused to join this debate with me, but the RJD is a partner of the Congress in Bihar and has very much been part of the attacks that the BJP has launched at your party today as well. What would you say to the BJP tonight? They say that this is no way to speak about the Prime Minister.
शिव, सबसे पहले तो मोदी जी छठ मैया नहीं है. बिहार के लोगों की आस्था है. छठ पूजा बहुत धूमधाम से होती है. राहुल गांधी जी ने जो कहा वो मोदी जी के लिए कहा, और मोदी जी हर त्योहार को, हर फेस्टिवल को वो चुनाव में लाना चाहते हैं, घुसाना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि एनडीए का कोई भी विकास का विजन, कोई भी मॉडल नहीं है जो लेके वो चुनावी मैदान में आए. जहां पे की महागठबंधन एक बेहतरीन मॉडल के साथ चुनावी मैदान में है. अब बताइए, वो कह रहे थे कि भाई पानी गंदा है, उन्होंने अपने लिए अलग तालाब बना के उसमें डुबकी लगाने की अपनी तैयारी की, तो इसमें छठ माँ का अपमान कहां से हो गया? जहां तक भाषा की मर्यादा का सवाल है, मुझे लगता है कि किसी को भी, मतलब एनडीए हो, महागठबंधन हो, दोनों गठबंधन के नेताओं को भाषा की मर्यादा रखनी चाहिए. डेरोगेटरी रिमार्क्स किसी को नहीं देने चाहिए. लेकिन हमें यह भी नहीं भूलना होगा कि भाषा की मर्यादा को गिराने में अगर इस देश में किसी नेता का सबसे बड़ा हाथ है, तो मैं माफी के साथ यह कहना चाहता हूं कि हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का कम हाथ नहीं है. आप उनकी भाषा देखिए. जर्सी कौ, करोड़ों की गर्लफ्रेंड, दीदी ओ दीदी, हर इलेक्शन में कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट का वायलेशन करते हुए हेट स्पीचेज से पूरा रंगा हुआ है उनका इतिहास. तो भाषा की मर्यादा कौन गिराता है? प्रधानमंत्री जी खुद गिराते हैं. हाँ, तब भी मैं कहूंगा कि लोगों को इसमें जो है कंट्रोल रखना चाहिए, नियंत्रण रखना चाहिए. अगर कोई कहता भी है तो एक ढंग से मर्यादा पूर्वक उसका जवाब देना चाहिए. वो रिटेलिएटरी derogatory remark statement should not be made.
Shivji.
Okay, you're saying it should not be made. Okay, yeah. Manish, you want to respond to that, saying
Yeah. No,
saying that there are examples of such personal attacks on both sides.
But then he won't like the fact that it started with Lalu Prasad Yadav itself. And I'll come to the Prime Minister, the way he spoke about that. And he made a very, unfortunate statement. भूरा बाल साफ करो. पूछिए आप रवि जी से कि उन्होंने ऐसा बोला कि नहीं. वो तो नरसंहार की बात कर रहे थे कि बिहार के जो है चार जातियां, उनका नरसंहार कर दो. उनके समय तो बहुत नरसंहार होता था बिहार में. तो देखिए, हमें आरजेडी से भाषा की मर्यादा का लेसन नहीं लेना है. प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जब भी बात की है वो अपनी मर्यादा में रह करके, और कुर्सी जो उनकी जो बात करने की भाषा है, और पूरी दुनिया को पता है कि किस तरह से वो रेस्पेक्ट देते हैं हर चीज पे. जितने भी पर्व त्योहार है वो राहुल गांधी जी की तरफ जो है वो जनेऊधारी नहीं है. और जहां तक उनकी बात है तो हिंदुस्तान में जितने भी पर्व त्योहार हैं हिंदुओं के, जितने भी, सब में वो शरीक होते हैं. और जिस तरह से राहुल गांधी जी ने ड्रामा वर्ड यूज किया, उसी संदर्भ में कहना चाहूंगा. आप रवि जी बताएं कि क्या आप छठ मैया के लिए ड्रामा वर्ड यूज कर सकते हैं? राहुल जी तो छठ के लिए गए भी नहीं. और जब प्रधानमंत्री जी ने वहां पर जाकर के पूजा की, आप उनका मजाक उड़ा रहे हैं. इस बार दिल्ली सरकार ने पहली बार 6-7 साल, 8 साल, 9 साल के बाद हुआ होगा कि बिहार के लोगों ने इतने अच्छे से छठ मनाया दिल्ली में. तो क्या इस बात की सराहना नहीं होनी चाहिए? तो इस बात से राहुल गांधी जी, पता नहीं, he was jealous. What happened to him? He was not happy.
Let Ravi answer. Ravi, in English if possible. Ravi, let Ravi answer on that, on the specific issue of the Chhat Maiya, where the word drama was used. That has become a big flashpoint between the two parties.
मनीष जी ने 2 पॉइंट्स उठाए हैं. मैं बहुत ही ब्रीफली दोनों के जवाब दे देता हूं. ये बिल्कुल सिर्फ, दिस इज द सेम नैरेटिव. व्हेन यू क्रिटिसाइज द गवर्नमेंट, यू क्रिटिसाइज द नेशन. भाई, मोदी जी इज नॉट छठ मैया. लेट्स बी वेरी क्लियर. मोदी जी के व्यवहार की आलोचना बिल्कुल की जा सकती है, की जानी चाहिए. उनके आलोचना करने से छठ मां का या हिंदू धर्म का कोई भी अपमान नहीं हो जाता. नंबर 2, मनीष जी ये कह रहे हैं कि भूरे बाल, मतलब मुझे मनीष जी, मैं आपको स्कॉलर समझता हूं, आपके स्कॉलरली जो अचीवमेंट्स है उसका बहुत रिस्पेक्ट करता हूं. लेकिन आप बताइए एक ऑथेंटिक सोर्स जहां पे कि ये बात मिल जाए कि लालू जी ने कभी ऐसा कहा. ये किसी ने कहीं से चलाया और उसको इतना चलाया गया, बार बार चलाया गया. लालू जी ऑन रिकॉर्ड कह चुके हैं, उनकी जो जीवनी लिखी गई है उसमें वो बात है. वो कई बार इंटरव्यू में कह चुके हैं कि ऐसा उनकी तरफ से कोई वक्तव्य नहीं आया है कभी भी कि भूरे बाल साफ करो. ये किसी सरफिरे ने मनगढ़ंत तरीके से कहीं पे किसी अखबार में छपाया या कहीं पे बोला, और वो ग्रेप वाइन कम्युनिकेशन से जो है ये बात मीडिया में आई, मीडिया में आके घुमाई गई.
There is obviously, I can't put it on sentence more, but I will definitely share what you are trying to say. It is not like that. But anyway, that is not an issue. The issue is drama the right word for Chhat Maiya to be used?
Look at the representation of ministers and the MLAs, MLCs from different sections of society during the tenure of Lalu ji and Rabri ji, during the tenure in RJD's regime. The representation was given to all the sections of society. So this is a false narrative, the baseless allegation.
Okay.
I think people like
let me bring Sanjeev Srivastava on
making such allegations.
Sanjeev Srivastava, this is, there is nothing unusual about what we're seeing. It's very familiar. There are these personal attacks. There are sentimental issues that become the cornerstone of someone insulting the other person. There's dynasty. In this case, there is Chhat. Do you think there is any special weaponization of these issues that is taking place? Or this is just a movie we have all seen before? Doesn't really matter.
So, Shiv, good evening, and good evening to my fellow panelists. So there are elections, then there are elections, and then there is the Bihar election. Bihar is a unique place. So when you use terms like you were saying, going nuclear, free for all, we see that narrative and those kind of scenarios playing out in almost every election. Yeah. But in Bihar, it becomes again something, another X or 2X is added to that. So that's fine. And I think it just adds somewhere, unfortunately, I have to say, adds color and drama and, more flavor, more exchanges to the narrative. But one thing I think what Ravi was saying, I completely agree, is that even Rahul Gandhi, whenever I think he should not say things like वो कहता है करता है, because in our culture there is a respect for elderly. So he should refrain. That doesn't get him any brownie points or any personal scoring points. He loses some respect and some votes because of that, because it's anti-culture. It's against our basic grain. But again, like Ravi said, the whole Maryada thing of Bhasha, it cannot be, the BJP can't start preaching that, and frankly, the Prime Minister can't start preaching that, because he has said the worst of things. वो तो कहते हैं की बजाय कहता है कह रहे हैं ना, जो हमारे माननीय प्रधानमंत्री बोल चुके हैं, that to takes the cake and the entire table at times.
No, but I don't. You make an interesting point. Let me bring Ravi in on that. Ravi, is the RJD okay with Rahul Gandhi using words like darpok and dancing and drama, etc. for the Prime Minister? Because if you look politically, apart from the respect aspect which Sanjeev correctly pointed out, the track record of personal attacks on Modi backfiring on the person issuing such insults is there. Rahul Gandhi, whenever he's attacked the Prime Minister personally, it has always backfired on him. So does this make the RJD uncomfortable, Ravi?
I am not against him using darpok or drama. My limited point was about कहता है and करता है.
Yeah. No. I'm just adding to what you said, Sanjeev. Yeah, Ravi.
So, no, I just wanted to make that clear.
Yes. Absolutely.
I already said, Shiv, that leaders, people in public life should refrain from making derogatory statements and accusing each other in an ugly language, because they have to set a model for future generation of politicians. It is unfortunate that our leaders, whosoever they are, if they make such statements. But Prime Minister, being the Prime Minister of the country, the onus lies on him. The onus first lies on him. He should take care of this. He should not make derogatory statements and derogatory remarks about communities on religious basis. And that would come under hate speeches. So, one should be democratic. One should not be a demagogue.
Okay.
5 seconds.
Okay.
And
Don't be a demagogue. That's a big thing to say. Yeah, Manish, you want to respond to that? Then I'll bring Sanjeev back in.
Yeah. So who made derogatory remarks against Modi as a community itself, and who had to really apologize to the court? It was Rahul Gandhi ji. Who made the statement Neech Aadmi? Who made the statement Maut Ka Saudagar? Who said Badtamiz, Hitler, Feku? Who said Chor, Dictator, Chara Chor, Chaukidar Chor hai, Suit Boot ki Sarkar? I can go on and on. And a lot of times, the Prime Minister in those contexts might have replied. So, I agree with Ravi ji that, I do not want it to get into this competitive tutu maimai on who is really going to slur more. But then, at the same time, it has become a habit of the leader of the opposition. He should have the gravitas as the leader of opposition to make statements that are palatable. And he cannot repeatedly do that. He starts.
I want to also make a larger point that we can stand here and moralize about and pretend to be shocked about the words being used against politicians, but at the end of the day it's about whether those words are having any effect electorally speaking. Sanjeev, do these attacks make a difference when they are issued at rallies? Do they sway an electorate? Bihar, like you said, is a very unique state, highly politicized, highly politically aware electorate. Do these jibes, do these insults, do these things really matter on the ground, in your view?
Well, at the risk of sounding presumptuous, or I know it all, and I may be wrong, honestly, but I think the Maut Ka Saudagar, which was, if I remember right, it was in 2007 Gujarat election. Yeah. The Neech was Manishankar Ayyar's comment in 2017 or 18, whichever year the Gujarat election was. Yeah. Those two comments did turn the election. 2007, Modi ji was winning in any case, Gujarat, I think. I was covering that. And in the Manishankar Ayyar remark thing, it was a very close election, which actually Congress ended up getting 88, 89 or 90 something. It was and the Neech remark, the BJP and the Prime Minister milked it totally. Manishankar was suspended or whatever, some action was taken against him. Yeah. But the damage was done. But I think that no longer holds true, Shiv. Now people have also, see, there is an element of, after 11 years, everything has an element of fatigue. Not the Prime Minister, but such exchanges also have an element of fatigue. कि भाई कितनी बार आप मतलब ये आगे मुझे ये कह दिया, तो उसका भी there is a law of diminishing returns. I frankly don't think these become good talking points, and I do think that Rahul Gandhi does not gain but loses some votes and respect when he does the two tadak vis-a-vis Prime Minister.
That is exactly the point I want to ask Ravi about. Ravi, there is nothing to be gained. There is nothing to be gained from calling the Prime Minister Darpok. In fact, you might actually lose a little bit. And I'm asking you because your party will only get affected by this. You saw the result in the last election. You lost by a small whisker of votes. The smallest things can turn an election, Ravi.
So, had the election commission been neutral, fair and impartial, we would have won the election in 2020 itself. It was a margin of just 12,000 votes approximately. But the Samsan Kabristan, Mangal Sutra khol le jayenge, maa beti le jayenge. What kind of language is this?
There are examples on all sides. You're right.
This kind of language. It is our honorable Prime Minister.
No, but as Sanjeev says, and Manish, this is also a point because the Prime Minister today in one of his rally speeches also invoked that very familiar issue, about saying that these people, these entitled dynasts from corrupt families will always attack, someone who has come up, someone from the OBC community, someone who used to sell tea earlier. Sanjeev suggests that such things are subject to diminishing returns. But you did hear the Prime Minister say that today as well. So that theme continues in his speeches even now.
See, there are two things. I would humbly beg to differ from what Sanjeev ji has said, because if you look at the way at the level at which the people of this country are attached with the Prime Minister, it does impact them, right? In villages, and there are people I would know, and I'm not just saying that because I am a spokesperson of BJP, but he does invoke emotions, and people are emotionally attached to him. When somebody puts a slur, I think it does make a difference to the people. That why, instead of putting on real issues, why would somebody keep actually, attacking the Prime Minister? And people understand that a lot of times, what we know, the feudalistic mindset, they do not accept the fact that somebody who had no background, nothing, is now the Prime Minister of this country. And what we call is the typical Nepo kid mindset, because they have never struggled in life. And both the leaders, both the Yuvraj, they have not struggled. They've got a golden spoon. And that is why they cannot appreciate the struggles of the people, of the politicians and the Jan Netas. It is very difficult, which is why somebody tries to appropriate the title of Jan Nayak also. Right? Without any work, without any track record, nothing, and you are trying to, appropriate Jan Nayak. So that shows the mentality of these leaders, and nothing more can be said on that.
Response to that, Ravi, then I'll end with Sanjeev. On the Prime Minister's specific attack on, corrupt dynasties trying to make their sons chief ministers or prime ministers.
In every election campaign, Honorable Prime Minister becomes a pichda, a chai wala. When in today's rally also he said these things about himself. But where was he when SC/ST Act was diluted? It was restored under tremendous public protest. Very often, in almost all the universities, not found suitable against the eligible candidates from SC/ST and OBC categories are declared. Nothing, no intervention from PMO or from this government. 200-point reservation roster was compromised. Again, under public protest, it was restored. So, saying that somebody is pichda and actually experiencing the pain of being a pichda and trying to, establish a situation where people from every section of the society feel a sense of justice. In UP, it is a BJP ruled state.
Yeah, point made, Ravi. I'll give the last 30 seconds. to
Atrocity
Sanjeev.
cases on SC and ST in UP.
Last 30 seconds. I have only
Yeah.
to Sanjeev.
Yeah. So
Sanjeev,
let
this.
me just tell you a fact. I'm sure Ravi ji would be.
I'm
doing that.
almost out of time. Permit me, Manish.
The
Permit me.
maximum number of massacres, caste-based Dalit massacres happened during Laluji's time. And after that, once his government was gone, not even one massacre. That
Sanjeev,
tells you the respect for
Sanjeev,
Dalits.
this
and esteem
Shehzada
for the state
versus
that RJD has.
Kamzada narrative
Wrong.
as reflected in many of the speeches today as well. You saw it with Amit Shah, you saw it with the Prime Minister as well. Does that have resonance and vitality in this Bihar electorate? It's an aspirational state.
See, the entire country is aspirational.
Yeah.
And the Namdar versus Kamdar or Shehzada versus whatever will always have some resonance. But again, like I said, so Rahul Gandhi and company has been out of power since 2014. The so-called Jungle Raj and RJD Raj has been not there for 20 years, more than 20 years. So everything there is a diminishing returns.
Yeah.
So just because they are Shehzadas, they can't sit at home. You can't make them sit at home. And similarly, just because you have been a Namdar or you have come from a humble background, cannot be a permanent calling card of yours. Everybody has to show work. And that's how that's why it was 280s, then 303, then 240. And that's why it was 40 or 52 and then 99. So things change and things keep changing. That's the beauty of just about everything.
It's an interesting.
Including politics.
You're right. I think in terms of what we've seen after the 2024 election, we've seen Haryana, Maharashtra, and then Delhi since then. This one is going to be a very interesting thing to look forward to because it's a real fight. It's an interesting fight that everyone's looking forward to. And what more can one ask for in this democracy than a good, well-fought election battle? Thank you very much to all of you, gentlemen, for being with me here on debate number 1 on India Matters. Now.